Hello there, Tracy Noriega here, paying it forward to you on this Mindful Monday. And today's discussion is taking radical responsibility for ourselves. A huge one that I am still undertaking each and every day. But I must admit that beginning this journey into making something of my own, a job, well, not a job, making a business, creating something that I want to put out into the world has had me have to look at quite a few of my belief systems and my actions, my thoughts, just everything. And in that is having to take responsibility for what I am really responsible for. It is quite easy to put things on external circumstances or people or conditions we find ourselves in or past practices or how it has been. We're all good at deflecting, but I have this book here, An Inward Journey by Kelly Canole, and she's been great. I've been working with her and following some of her stuff, and I love this chapter that speaks about it. So I'm just going to kind of read from it because there's no better way for me to, how would you say, to put it in my own words. I think she does a really good job. So she gives a nice example of what it looks like when we move from not taking responsibility for our life to owning our part in it 100%. So it's going to kind of go incrementally. So it begins with, I am at the mercy of my environment. Things happen to me and around me, but I am unwilling or unable to see my part in the cause. And how could this happen to me? Why me? All right. Recognize that, anyone out there? I know I've done that too. Next, then, going to a new one is, I begin to notice that when things happen to me, the one constant is that I am always around. Maybe I'm not sure what or how I am involved, but I begin to see some type of connection between me and what is happening to me. I was there, but so was this other person. I did it, but if so-and-so wasn't there, it wouldn't have happened. So still seeing your part in doing it, but still putting it on somebody else and maybe their actions, their words, their behavior, etc. Right? Then we move to, I am responsible for everything I do and say. I am responsible for everything that happens to me. I am responsible not only for myself, but to those with whom I have a personal or professional relationship, including what happens to them and my role in it. That one's kind of a hard one, right? How am I responsible for their stuff, right? I am responsible for the product or outcome of the groups of which I am a member and which I facilitate, be it family, children, organizations, culture, etc. And then moving on to the really 100%, I am personally responsible for my own growth and change, in addition to the directions that change takes and what happens to me. Despite my belief in this, life holds me responsible. I am also responsible for those persons and things within my community. I choose the level to which I accept this. That's a whole nother discussion about acceptance, that to accept that this is in fact true. But again, not going to go here for there, but seeing just from one spectrum of taking responsibility to the whole opposite side, from 0 to 100%. And, some of us stay in one area and some of us are fluctuating back and forth, but to really look at that. And it has been really eye-opening for me to see that sometimes where I may come from, quote unquote, a place of love or wanting the best interest of somebody else is in fact not the way I should go about it, and that I have to take responsibility for my own thoughts and my beliefs on what I'm doing, and that it may not in fact be the truth. So yeah, it's how about here? I'm just going to read a little bit here. Being responsible means we are willing to accept that we create our reality, and there is no one to blame because everyone is playing their part in the play of our life. The pain and hurt from our past can be healed by accepting the journey for what it is. So that being said, that's a whole nother, acceptance of just what that is. And yeah, I think I'm just going to end there. Take a look. Take a look. We all want to talk about how other people affect us and circumstances. And in the end, we're the ones who must take responsibility for the way we act, react, and respond to those external circumstances in which we find ourselves. So I invite you this week to be very mindful about taking responsibility for yourself, for your actions, for your thoughts, and where you're coming from. And you might be very, very amazed at what you find. So with that, I'm just going to say thank you so much for being here. Like, subscribe, comment, and you know what? Enjoy your life, and just be present and be thankful for everything that arises, because it's just there to show itself to us where we just might need to let go a little. All right, cheers you guys.